Krishna. So, so we are seeking blessing from Sri Nitai Gaurangarai. This is Lord Nitai Gaurangarai, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Lord Nityananda's brother Krishna and Balaram. None other than Krishna and Balaram, none than Sita, none than Ram and Lakshman. So Mahaprabhu came 500 years ago, spreading the holy name, spreading love of Godhead. So this is a presiding deity in Sri Radha Krishna Temple, Devotion Understanding, in Toru, here in Subramania. Let us start with the prayers to invoke mercy of Lord Krishna so that we are able to understand the message of Bhagavad Gita. Om Jnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chakshuranmilitamena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashnaya Bhutale Nimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devim Gaurvani Pracharine Vishesha Shunyavadi Pasita Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Shari Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Right. So we dedicate this presentation to His Divine Grace Bhaktivinoda Swami Srila Prabhupada, the founder of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So this is Gita Mahatmya by Sankaracharya. So we would like to request maybe Mataji, Ramanik Prabhu, you like to read?
Okay. Gita Dita Cha Yenapi Bhakti Bhavina Chetasa Veda Sastra Puranani Tena Ditani Sarvasa. The study of the Vedas and Puranas, verily, the study of all scriptures, is completed in all respects by one who studies the Gita with devotion.
Devotion, yeah. Thanks, Prabhu. So this is a conclusion. By simply studying Gita, not simply by reading Gita, but with the devotion. So when with the devotion we understand deeply what is Bhagavad Gita is about, without any speculative knowledge, without any speculation or misinterpretation. So we have to hear from the right source, Bhagavad Gita. Then, so it means the study of the Vedas, Puranas, everything is complete, is there in the Bhagavad Gita, actually. So we are in the chapter 11, Universal Form. What is chapter 10 title? Anyone knows the title of chapter 10?
The opulence of the absolute.
Yeah, opulence of the absolute truth. So Krishna shows his opulence, all his nature, his creations, regarding to, Ham Sarvesha Prabhu, there's nice keywords there. Krishna speak about everything emanate from him, material and spiritual. And then Krishna also talks about his devotee and the interaction between his devotee and the Lord, and how the Lord removed the ignorance from the heart of the devotees. So all, and then to think of Krishna, so we have to, Krishna shows how by nature we can see the sun, the moon, light, the Deva, Himalayas, mountain, how we can reflect our mind to Krishna. And so Krishna would say that chapi chapi aham, that we can see the nature remembering Krishna. How to see the nature? By remembering Krishna. Rasam Kauntya, by drinking water, how you remember Krishna. And the taste water. So all this Krishna telling the opulences is a part of this opulence. So this is only a part. Now the universal form. Now Krishna going to show the universal form, the greatest opulence, more opulence, further opulence. Because sometimes we we want to know what is the universal form about. Wondering. So Arjuna also wondering in that way. So maybe because Arjuna is not interested actually to see universal form of Krishna. Let's see why he want to see, and Krishna knows is the desire of Arjuna. So then Krishna shows that. So this is covering, and how Arjuna feel after seeing the universal form, and what happened after for the beginning and the end. What is Arjuna's reaction about this universal form? So we'll be seeing in this chapter. Interesting chapter. This is a conversation. Krishna's told this opulence. So Krishna started to telling about this fragment. He says is just a fragment of the opulence, just a fragment only. So going to show that universal form. So let us see the chapter 11, text 3. We start from text 3. We'd like to request maybe Komati Mataji, you'd like to read?
Prabhu. Evam etat yata atatuam atmanam parameshvara drastum ichami ivam aiswaram purushottamam. O greatest of all personalities, O supreme form, though I see you here before me in your actual position, as you have described yourself, I wish to see how you have entered into this cosmic manifestation. I want to see that form of yours.
Yeah, thanks, Navay. So that form is the universal form, Krishna said. Actually, Arjuna actually not interested to see, but anyway, the another way he want to show the universal form is to show that whoever wanted to claim that he is God, so for them they has to show the universal form. So in other way, Krishna want to see, Arjuna want to see that opulence of Krishna further to convince others, but he is convinced with the two-handed form. He's already knows that Krishna is in the two-handed form is ultimate. Yeah, who would like to read this? Quite. Who would like to try? Vimala Mataji, you like to try?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Ihaikastatam Jagat Krishtam Pasyadasacharicharam Mamadehe Gudikesha Yachanyat Ichasi Natu Mam Sakyase Drashtam Anenaiva Swa Sakshusa Divyam Dadami Te Saksu Pasyame Yogam Aishwaram. O Arjuna, whatever you wish to see, behold at once in this body of mine. This universal form can show you whatever you now desire to see and whatever you may want to see in the future. Everything moving and non-moving is here completely in one place, but you cannot see me with your present eyes. Therefore, I give you divine eyes. Behold my mystic opulence.
Yeah, thanks, Mataji. So now Krishna is telling this to Arjuna. What are you going to see? You wish to see. So whatever Arjuna want to see in the future or in the outcome of the battlefield, everything you want to desire, Arjuna may have desire, want to happen in this battlefield. And so all this is desiring. So Krishna say, you can see this. Whatever going to happen is form. And even in this form, even the demigods saw the form. Devas saw the form. Arjuna also given a benediction. A benediction. This is actually a benediction. Krishna giving benediction in which you could see. So not even there are so many people assembled here, the soldiers, the army is assembled. They couldn't see the universal form, but Arjuna could see because Arjuna's given the benediction is the divine eyes, mercy. Actually, there's another person also saw this this universal form beside Arjuna, Sanjaya. Sanjaya, you know Sanjaya? Sanjaya was narrating to Dhritarashtra in Hastinapur. If you see in the picture of Bhagavad Gita, there's one blind man sitting there in the throne, and then Sanjaya was narrating what's happening in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So that's Sanjaya. Sanjaya actually, he could see the universal form. Why? Because he he got a mercy from his spiritual master. Who is his spiritual master? Anyone knows?
Vyasadeva.
Yes, Vyasadeva. So Vyasadeva, by the mercy of Vyasadeva, he could see. By Krishna's mercy, by Krishna's mercy, Arjuna could see the universal form. So only by the mercy of Guru and Krishna, so we able to see the divine aspect of the Lord has been revealed. So without that, we cannot understand. So by the mercy of Guru and Krishna. So nicely explained here. And yeah, so we request here the further Krishna giving the Anisa Mataji. Possible to read?
I will try, Prabhu.
Okay.
Anika Vatraya Narayanam, Anika Mutta Darshanam, Anika Divya Brahmajanam, Divya Mi Kod Yatam Yudum Tam, Divya Mai Mal Yamara Bara Darsham, Divya Ganhanul Lipanam, Sarva Chaya Mayam Devam, Andanam Visto Mukam.
Anantam Visvato Mukam. Yes, nice. Yeah.
Mudam.
Nice. You're good try, Mataji. Aneka Vatram Nayanam, Aneka Buddha Darshanam, Aneka Vidya Bharanam. It goes like this. Very nice. Because translation, please, Mataji.
Arjuna saw in that universal form unlimited mouths, unlimited eyes, unlimited wonderful visions. The form was decorated with many celestial ornaments and bore many divine unpraised weapons. He wore crystal garland and garments, and many divine signs were smeared over his body. All the wondrous, brilliant, unlimited, all expanding.
Yeah, thanks, Marie. So now this is the beginning of the universal form. So everything is nice. Aneka Bhaktram Nayanam. Arjuna saw this. Universal forms, unlimited mouth, so many mouth, nice, unlimited, wonderful visions. The form was decorated with the many celestial ornaments, nice ornaments decorated. Even there's a Bali lost the Devatas. He also there. He got a celestial garland from Vamana Dev, celestial garland, nice celestial garland. After he surrendered to Bali Vamana Dev, so that's a celestial garlands and garments, beautiful, wonderful garments, no? And divine scents was smeared all his body, nice smell. So it was brilliant, unlimited, all expanding. It's like the universal form is described in Bhagavad Gita. You see other purport and also in the other different slokas also mentioned. There's a combination of millions of suns. There's a brightness of the universal form is like a combination of the many suns, unlimited suns. So one sun also so bright. Imagine how many suns are combined together. That's a universal form. So Arjuna was so bright and so fascinating in the beginning. So Arjuna was describing this. Then further, what we see here again. Now, what happened? Arjuna, Anupamala Mataji, you like to read?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. Suddenly.
Okay. Tatraika Stam Jagat Krishnam Pravi Bhaktam Anegada Apashya Deva Devasya Sarire Pandavas Tada. At that time, Arjuna could see the universal form of the Lord, the unlimited expansions of the universe situated in one place, although divided into many, many thousands.
Yeah, thanks, Mary. So suddenly, at the time Arjuna could see the universal form, the Lord unlimited expansion. So suddenly all seeing different forms coming now. So it's turning from the nice view from the Gauri. Gauri means what do you call fascinate. What do you call bloodshed, like fearing him. He's seeing different fearing mouth, like teeth devouring. So later we'll see this. Yeah, this further descriptions of like to see Shamini Mataji, like to read this.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yes, I can read. Arjuna Uvacha. Pashyami devastava devadehe sarvam stata bhuta vesasa sangan brahmanam isham kamalasanastam rishcha sarvan uragascha divyan. Arjuna said, "My dear Lord Krishna, I see assembled in your body all the demigods and various other living entities. I see Brahma sitting on the lotus flower, as well as Lord Shiva and all the sages and divine serpents."
Yeah, thanks, Mary. So Arjuna could see the devas, 33 million devas are sitting there. Lord Shiva is sitting there. Brahma is sitting there. Divine serpents. Ananda Sesh, you see Ananda Sesh, the hoot. Ananda Sesh there, Brahma is there, Lord Shiva is there. So everyone is there. So it's now it's fascinating. The sages, all the sages are there. You're also seeing the divine, not only Arjuna, also not you also seeing a Bhish, Bhima, Pandava, Drona, Bhishmadev, everyone is saying now. And now, what happened further? Explanation here. Som Suprabhu, you like to read this?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Rupam mahate bahu vaktra nitram mahabahu bahurupadam bahudaram bahudhamstra karalam drishta loka pravyatitas tatham. O mighty armed one, all the planets with their demigods are disturbed at seeing your great form with its many faces, eyes, arms, thighs, legs, and bellies, and your many terrible teeth. And as they are disturbed, so am I.
Thanks, Prabhu. So now in the I'm getting Arjuna say I'm getting disturbed now. So by seeing all these the terrible teeth, the different types of the appearance of Vishwarupa. In the beginning, in the initial was nice, very nice, the nice garment, celestial garland, everything. So it's not disturbed, very nice, pleasing. But now it becomes disturbed. now he was seeing the future. Now what's going to happen, and he started to fear some things. When they saw the teeth, fearsome comes to him. So Arjuna is describing this. Arjuna thinking they will have. And also Arjuna was thinking, what will be the outcome of the battlefield? So now Krishna is going to show that also. What's going to be the outcome of the battlefield of Kurukshetra? That also Krishna is going to show. So let us see. Yeah. So this is a bit difficult. Who would like to try? Maybe Manimaran Prabhu, you like to try?
Okay, Prabhu, I'll try.
Yeah.
Amicha tvam Dhritarashtra putra sarve sahaivavani pala sarigai Bhismo Drona Sudha Putra Tatasav Sahas Madhyair Api Yoda Mukyahi Bhaktrani Te Tvaramana Visanti Namastra Aralani Vayanagani Kechit Vilagna Dasanandarasu Sandrya Sante Churnidair Uttamangai.
Let's go like this. Ame Chatvam Dhatarastra Putra Sarve Sahaivavani Palasangaye Bhishmo Drona Sutaputra Tatashu Sasamadaye Rapiyoda Mukhay. Yeah, carry on, bro.
All the sons of Dhritarashtra, along with their allied kings and Bhisma, Drona, Karna, and our chief soldiers also are rushing into your fearful mouths. And some I see trapped with heads smashed between your teeth.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Thanks. Krishna. now Krishna, Arjuna, Krishna showing this to Arjuna, the outcome of the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So very interesting. It's just like the fire moth, the insect. When they see the fire, the light goes rush into that moth, that insect moth, rush into the light. So and die, So similarly, all these Kauravas, and also in Pandava sides, all the soldiers are rushing into the mouth of the universal form. Imagine how big is the teeth, because those days in the Dwapara Yuga, people are more than 6 feet, 7 feet, 8 feet. Arjuna size, and the soldiers, they are like not like Kali Yuga people. Kali Yuga people are short, but in Dwapara Yuga they are more taller, more than 6 feet, 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot, 8 foot size. So imagine Bhishma, Drona, Karna, everyone rushing into the teeth of the universal forms. And so you imagine, you close eye, you can imagine how what the situation is. And some of them, they are stuck in the teeth. When they rush into the teeth, some is stuck. So Arjuna was starting to tremble and see that view. He become tremble, he become disturbed and become afraid. It's not pleasing to his sight, because all his relative, his guru, everyone is rushing to the mouth of universal form, except the Pandavas. So yeah, Krishna, Arjuna, also further description of Arjuna. We request maybe who would like to read, yeah? Bhavani Mataji?
Hi, yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, you like to read.
Yeah, I'll try. Akyahi mi ko bhavan ugra rupo namostu te deva vara prasida vichnatum ishami bhavadam adyam nahi prajanami tava praftim. O Lord of Lords, so fierce of form. Please tell me who you are. I offer my obeisances unto you. Please be gracious to me. You are the primal Lord. I want to know about you, for I do not know what your mission is.
Yeah, thanks, Mate. So Arjuna says he wants to know who he is. Who is that? Who is that universal form of Krishna? What is his mission? What is your mission? Arjuna got really, really disturbed. By saying all this, he become really disturbed and he want to know what is your mission? What is his mission about? Krishna, tell me please, why you are having all this? Why you are showing all this? Why are you doing all this? What's your missions? Then Krishna answer in the following verse nicely. Krishna explained here. Sumati Mataji, you like to read?
Okay, Babu. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Kalosmi Loka Krishyaya Krit Pravito Lokan
Samartham Iha
Parvartah Tepi
Tvam
Tvamna Bhavishyanti Sarve Yevashtihta Prati Anikshu Yogaha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, Time I am, the great destroyer of the worlds, and I have come here to destroy all people, with the exception of you, the Pandavas. All the soldiers here on both sides will be slain.
Yeah, thanks, Madhu. So here, actually, Arjuna is not enjoying in the Vira Rupa. So now is not lacking on it. So he asking, what's your mission? Krishna say, Krishna say, Krishna reply, answering to Arjuna's question, Krishna replying, I am a time, Kalosmin Loka, Shayakrit Pradadhi. I am the time where I am the time, the destroyer of the worlds. So everything will be destroyed. So even the atheistic who are not believe in God. So in another verse, Krishna say, I am the death for them. I am the time. Time is a death for them. The Lord comes as the death personified. Those who are not believe in God, so you become a death personified. So everyone has to go through, everyone has to die. So now Krishna is showing, Krishna is saying, time I am, everything will destroy. So that's why we don't waste time, So time is very precious. Time and tide wait for no man. So when we miss this, then we're going to again come back again suffer again. So that's why Krishna tried to explain to Arjuna the importance of become Krishna conscious, become a devotee of the Lord. Is further towards the last verse of this chapter, Krishna will explain this, because the time is very, very precious, and because when we lose everything, the time, everything we are losing without beneficial. So just like the Duryodhana, they try to conquer over which is not belong to them. So then finally Krishna has to come and show all this, to take away all this from them. So everybody has everybody has to die. Krishna has become destroyer then. Except Pandava, he said, except Pandavas, you will be remaining. So yeah, nice. Prabhu, you like to read, Prabhu? Ramanik, Prabhu, you like to try this? This nice verse. Oh, you have to unmute. Prabhu. You have to unmute, Prabhu. We can't hear you. Ramanik, Prabhu, you have to unmute yourself. Prabhu? Yeah, you have to unmute. Kana? Oh. on the left hand side. Okay. Okay, okay. Tasmatam utista yasholabha yashva jitva satrun bhukshava rajam samardatam mayavite nihata purvameva nimittamatram bhavasavya sachin. So therefore, get up, prepare to fight and win glory, conquer your enemy and enjoy your flourishing kingdom. They are already put into death by my arrangements, and you, oh Savyasachi, can be but an instrument in the fight. So Nimitta Matra Bhavasachi Arjuna. So Krishna very nicely explained Nimitta Matra means become instrument, become an instrument of God. Krishna nicely explained, we have to become just an instrument of God. Everything is arranged by God. Everything is arranged by the Lord. So Arjuna, no need to worry about what is the outcome of the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Because when Krishna is there, automatically everything been arranged nicely. And here is mentioned, Arjuna is a Savyasachi. Savyasachi means Arjuna is very expert. Arjuna expert in archery, expert in both hands. Savyasachi means both hand is very powerful. So the both hand he can fight. It's a Satriya warrior, Savyasachi. And then you just Arjuna, Krishna say you just become an instrument. You just you fight. You don't fight. This is people. Whether you fight or don't fight, these people are going to die. So you then Krishna say, you just fight and take this credit. So Krishna wanted to give a credit to Arjuna actually. Whether you fight or not fight, you're going to win also, some or other. Then why you have to go to forest and meditate? Not doing his duty. So Krishna say, you fight and you take the credit. This is how Krishna is. So this is a mission of Krishna. This is mission to kill all of them. And but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as you see the Gaur Nitai earlier, we've seen Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission is different. It's not his mission is not to kill, but his mission is to preach the holy name, preach by changing the heart of demons. Those are demonic nature. So this in Kali Yuga, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, Lord Krishna himself, he came and then he transformed the demons into the devotees by simply chanting the holy name, and he preached about the glories of the holy name. So this is a different mission. That's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission. But Krishna's mission is just kill all these miscreants. Okay? Now, Krishna telling here, Komati Mataji, you like to read? I think Vishnu is there, isn't it? Vishnu Dev.
Yes.
Sorry. Okay, Vishnu Dev, you read.
Okay. Adrsta purvam Hristo smidrstva bayana cha praviyatitam mano mitat eva mi darsaya deva rupam prasida devasa jagan nivasa. After seeing this universal form, which I have never seen before, I am gladdened, but at the same time, my mind is disturbed with fear. Therefore, please bestow your grace upon me and reveal again your form as the personality of Godhead, O Lord of Lords, O Abode of the universe.
Thanks. Yeah. Nice. Kindly show back your form. So Arjuna, he doesn't want to see the universal form, which is never seen before. He never seen In his life, he never seen. I'm gladdened, but at the same time, my mind is so disturbed. His mind is so disturbed by seeing. So please bestow your grace upon me. Reveal again your forms as a personal Godhead. You want to see that 200 form. That's a beautiful form. Enough for me. So Jaganivasa means everyone is inside Krishna. So that's Jaganivasa. Krishna form is Jaganivasa. Pasida Devasha Jaganivasa. So very nice. Jaganivasa means everything, everyone is inside Krishna. So there's a Krishna revealing everything to Arjuna. The universal form, the 400 form, everything Krishna revealing. Jaganivasa. Everything is rest in Krishna, just like a rest, just like a air rests in the space, just like air rests in the space. So everything is there in Krishna. Just like a pearl strung on the thread, everything is rest in Krishna. So similar in the chapter 7 is seen, no? So here also, everything is rest in Krishna. So Jaganivasa, nicely puts Krishna. Then after this, what happened? Krishna showed the 400 form. 400 form of Krishna is Vishnu, Keshava. Yeah. When Arjuna saw Krishna in his original form, he said, "Oh Janardana, seeing this human-like form, so very beautiful, I am now composed in my mind, and I am restored to my original nature." Original nature is the 200 form of Krishna. So then after 400 form of Krishna to 200 form of Krishna. So he restore from the universal forms comes to 400 forms, and then he restore again to 200 forms. So when Krishna shows these 400 forms, this beautiful form of Krishna, there's a different form of 400 based on different arrangements for the 400 form Krishna holding Kanch, Gada, Shanga Chakra, Gada, Padma. There's a Vasudeva's explanation. Sangha, the Shank is sunk, and Padma is for devotees. The Lord carry here, Vishnu carry Sangha, Shank for devotee, Padma for devotee, Chakra for demons, Gada for demons. So the two. 2 is for demons, 2 is for devas, devotees. Okay, next verse. Anisa Mata, your niece is there, which you can read.
She's not in today, Prabhu.
Oh, you can read, Mataji.
Okay. Bhaktiya Anataya Shakti Sakya Anam Evam Vido Rajuna Jatum Darshutam Cha Tatyevam Tatvena Prasvistum Cha Param Tapa.
Yeah.
My dear Arjuna, only by undivided devotional service can I be understood as I am, outstanding before you, and can thus be seen directly. Only in this way can you enter into the mystery of my understanding.
Yeah. Thanks, Mataji. So only by undivided devotional service, Ananyaksha Shaka, Bhaktya through Ananya. Ananya means undivided devotional service, I can be understood. Krishna say, it means undivided devotional service. Standing before you, I'm standing. So Arjuna say, Krishna say, I'm standing before you. You can just see directly. Only in this way you can enter into my mysteries of my understanding. So when Krishna, if you want to understand Krishna, there's no other way to understand Krishna. Even the other in the 18th chapter, chapter 18 also, Krishna say, Bhaktyama Avijananti, I can be understood only by through devotional service. And here Krishna say, undivided devotional service only I can be understood. So Krishna says something interesting here. The two-handed form, easy to take darshan. Even the devatas, you can see the two-handed forms. So by doing this bhakti, Arjuna, my dear Arjuna, only by Ananya. So Krishna in the two-handed form is saying, we can understand original form. Very, very important. This is a sum and substance of a process of devotional service by doing process of Ananya Bhakti to the form of Krishna, to the Lord, devotional service. So that's how we can understand him, not by mental speculation. And further, in the last verse mentioned here, this is nice verse. This Krishna concludes in this chapter about the Mat Paramo. Panimala Mataji, you like to read?
Mat karma kran mat paramo mat bhagvat sangha varjita. Nirvaira sarva bhuteshu ya samam edi pandava. My dear Arjuna, he who engaged in my pure devotional service, free from the contaminations of fruitful activities and mental speculation, he who works for me, who makes me the supreme goal of his life, and who is friendly to every living being, he certainly comes to me.
Yeah, thanks, Mataji. So, Mat Paramo, Mat Karma, Krit Mat Paramo. It means Sangha Varjita, free from mental speculation. Sangha Varjita means we don't speculate. Oh, God can be like this, God can be like that, or these are our own speculations, you know. So you cannot, you're free from that speculation, mental speculation. And by karma, so by karma we can understand. By dhyana, you cannot. Anya vilasata sunyam jnana karma anaviritim. Anya vilasata sunyam means pure devotion service is we are free from this mental speculation, karma, fruitive activities, fruity mentalities. We should so remove this. So when you remove this, we follow this part of Ananya Bhakti, pure devotion service. Then we can understand Mat Karamo. What is Mat Karamo? By engaging ourselves. Because anyone want to approach the Supreme Lord Krishna in the spiritual world, you see, we want to connect with Krishna intimately. So we have to engage. We have to engage in devotional service. We've seen what is the devotional service? All the 9 processes of devotional service are there. Hearing, chanting, remembering, worshipping, like we have Prabhupada worshipping the deity, worshipping, prayers, offering prayers, become dashyam, become friendship, and Atmanivedanam, fully surrender. There's a nice process. Sarvanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasayam, Archana, Vandanam, Shakti, Atmanivedanam. So this 9 process, out of 9, you just do one process. Just hear nicely about Lodi name, hear about Krishna Katha, hear about Bhagavad Gita. All this, when you do this, so you'll get perfected. You'll attain perfection. Yeah? Krishna Seman Bhakta. You're free from contamination of fruitive activities and mental speculation. You work for me. And then he say, Mat Karamo, Mat Karma. Mat Karma means you work. You work for me, Krishna say. Work for me. Make me the supreme goal of his life. Mat Paramo. Mat Paramo means friend. Friendly. Mat Paramo. Mat Bhakta Sangha Varjita. Mat Bhakta Sangha. Mat Bhakta Paramo. We are friendly to every living beings. Nirvai Sarva Bhuteshu. Nirvai Sarva Bhuteshu. All living entities. Sarva Bhuteshu means living entity. Your friend. Every living entities. It means also the cow, goat, chicken, all living entities. Not only dog and cats. And sometimes I love God, I love dog, I love cats, but we are killing cows or killing goat. So we are friendly to all living entities. So that's pleasing the Lord. Certainly by doing so, Krishna says, he certainly become to me, certainly comes to me. So he comes to Krishna. Yeah, this is the conclusions of this chapter 11. Very nicely Krishna put such a way. As a long purport, if you read the purport, very nicely Prabhupada explained what is about the devotion service about in this chapter. We are still in the devotion service until 12, chapter 12 is devotion service. Tomorrow we'll be saying what is the devotion service about and how one can engage in devotion service. We'll be seeing tomorrow, chapter 12. Okay, now here, this is universal form. It's another universal form that is just like BMW and Mercedes, different. So now Krishna showing universal, entire universe to Mother Yasoda. This is a very nice story in Krishna book. Krishna book where Krishna, in Brahmanda Ghat, it's happened in Brahmanda Ghat, where Balaram and Krishna and with the Gopas, they were playing. And then Krishna at mud, earth in Gokul, Brahmanda Ghat, Gokul. So, and then Balaram go and complain to Mother Yasoda, see, this Krishna eating earth. You are giving so much rasagula, rasamalai, all the nice sweet preparation, but still Krishna want to eat earth. So Balaram, this is Balaram. So he going to complain to then Krishna told no, Balaram is lying. And then Mother Yasoda say, no, your brother won't lie to me. So I want to see your mouth. So then Krishna opened the mouth, and then Mother Yasoda was saying, the entire universe. So it's a mini Vishwarupa. The entire universe, everything is there in the mouth of Krishna. The different planetary, 14 planetary systems, the entire cosmic manifestation, cosmology, everything, the entire thing Krishna showing. And then he also sing. Mother Yasoda also sing that she could see that she was with Krishna. There, you see this picture here. This picture. This is Mother Yasoda. The cows here. Krishna was here. So you also can see Krishna, herself here inside the mouth of Krishna. So she become bewildered and suddenly he got panic, and then she fainted. And then she woke up. Then he forgot everything. By Yogamaya potency, she forgot everything, and then she say, "Oh, this is my son." she never accept Krishna as a. I mean, she never knows that Krishna as a God. Of course, Krishna with the Yogamaya potency forget, because this is a Vatsalya Bhava. If she knows that Krishna is God, so there won't be any Vatsalya Bhava. Vatsalya Bhava means a relationship with parental relationship. So someone who are very elevated, like Mother Yasoda, Nanda Maharaj, or Devaki, Vasudev, they are in the Vatsalya Rasa. So we are not in that platform to imitate, So only like Mother Yasoda, they are in the platform of Vatsalya Rasa, the parental love, Krishna. So that's the Krishna show here to is love. Those who are loving him, Krishna exchanged love between different rasas, different the way they perform the devotion service, the reciprocating according to that rasa. Rasa means exchange of love, relationship with God. Okay. Okay, now we are recap the chapter 11. So we are seeing Arjuna wishes to see all the pervasive form of Lord. And Sanjay also could see description, Arjuna's question, Sanjay's descriptions in Arjuna's questions. Arjuna requests Krishna to show him all-pervading universal form. Krishna bestows special vision by the mercy of Krishna and the spiritual master. Sanjay also could see. Arjuna, behold Krishna's universal form. Arjuna, behold Krishna's universal form. He could see. First, he see all existence, immeasurable with a great radiance. Second, he saw the frightening Kala Rupa of Krishna. And Arjuna questioned Krishna, who he is, what his mission is. And then we see Krishna answer to Arjuna. What he said? I am come to destroy everything, become my instruments. So I already destroy everyone. So you just become my instrument, take the credits. Krishna said this. So Arjuna prays. What is he begging forgiveness? Glorifying Krishna. Because Arjuna, he was joking with Krishna, he was playing with Krishna, so he asked forgiveness. After seeing the universes, he convinced more further that Krishna is the ultimate Supreme Personality of Godhead. He's glorifying Krishna. Krishna shows 400 forms and 200 forms. Okay? And this is text 36. This is Arjuna said, O master of the senses, the world becomes joyful upon hearing your name, and thus everyone becomes attached to you. Who are also the form persons on the other planets saw that Bhishma Singh is not safe. So by simply performing devotional service, by chanting Hare Krishna, one becomes joyful. Okay? So we like to show one video on the universal form. Maybe no, it's not working. One second, just check. Nice. Hare Krishna.
Form of the super intelligent being Vishnu, reclining in mystic slumber.
Wait 1 second. One second, I just showed the.
Prabhu, it's not shared now.
Wait 1 second, Prabhu. I just share.
Ocean water.
Can hear? Can see, bro?
On that ocean, another
Yes, but it started in middle.
Yeah.
Of the
Okay.
super intelligent
This is
being
starting.
Vishnu, reclining in mystic slumber amid the
creation.
causal ocean. When he exhales, millions of universes issue from his body and expand until he inhales when all the universes return within him. The universe is a sphere encased by successive coverings of the elements: earth, water, fire, air, ether, intelligence, and ego. As a coconut has its hard outer shell and inner liquid, so the universe has its outer coverings and an inner space half filled with ocean water. On that ocean, another Vishnu expansion reclined on a serpent bed while being massaged by his consort Lakshmi. From his navel arose a lotus on which Brahma was born.
This is Garbhodaka se Vishnu. So Lord Brahma appeared from.
Initially, the universe was pitch dark and Brahma engaged in meditation. Then he was empowered to create the universe. This account of creation may appear fantastic to some, but modern scientific theories also require fantastic leaps of faith to explain the origin of the universe. This is evident from the words of eminent physicist Stephen Hawking.
Either we have failed to see 99% of the universe, or we are wrong about how the universe began.
Vedic cosmology explains that the universe is made up of 14 vertically arranged planetary systems, or lokas.
Vertically.
Each system resembles a galaxy and comprises stars, planets, and other celestial bodies. The topmost planetary system is Satyaloka, the abode of Brahma, which is at a height of 1.87 billion miles above Earth. Below this Satyaloka planetary system is the Tapaloka planetary system, the abode of the ascetics, which is at a height of nearly 1 billion miles above the Earth. Here, the ascetics live in a solitary, serene environment conducive for yoga and meditation on transcendence. Their disciplined life of joyous austerity prepares them for returning back to the non-material world. As we move down from Tapaloka, we pass through Maharloka and Janaloka until we reach the Svargaloka planetary system, also known as heaven. The alignment of heavenly bodies around the pole star was elucidated by Srila Prabhupada in a letter.
We can see that at night the whole planetary system is turning around. And the pole star being the pivot. This planet at its orbit fixed, but the sun is moving up and down, north and south. It is not that we shall accept the theory that the sun is fixed and others are all going around the sun. That is not correct.
In talks with leading disciples, Srila Prabhupada compared the revolution of planets and stars to a spectacular rotating chandelier.
It's like this chandelier, and so all things move. And then he developed this idea of the temple of the Vedic planetarium, and how he'd always go like this, dome, dome. He'd hold his hand like that, and he'd say, and then from the center of the dome, a chandelier, which shows the planets according to the Vedic version. Some spectacular kind of chandelier.
This planetary system is rotating from east to west, and it is hanging like the chandelier, getting center of the pole star.
Pole star.
That we can see every night.
That the pole star or the North Star remains fixed and does not orbit in the sky is well known to astronomers and sailors alike. Less known is the fact that the pole star rotates powerfully on its own axis. The ancient Vedic text called Matsya Purana explains, the planets and stars are all attached to the pole star by invisible astral cords of wind called pravaha. The revolution of the pole star causes the orbital motion of other planets and stars. Through meditation, yogic astronomers visualize the planets and stars as different parts of the body of Shishumar, the transcendental dolphin. The pole star, the topmost of the heavenly planets, is like the capital of the middle universe. Here, the third form of Vishnu resides on an ocean of milk. In times of universal disturbances, the demigods headed by Brahma come here to appeal for help. The pole star is also the abode of Dhruva, a pure and exalted devotee of the Lord.
Yeah. So this is a cosmic manifestation of material universe, one universe. One universe consists of 14 planetary systems, as mentioned here. So all these are described in the Srimad Bhagavatam. So shall we just share the screen? Yeah, all these are described here in the Srimad Bhagavatam. This is a Vedic encyclopedia. These are very ripened fruits of the Vedic knowledge. So just now, that video we saw, so all this described in the Srimad Bhagavatam Purana as the first cantos of the creation, the manifestation of the universes, different universes. So all this is described here in the Srimad Bhagavatam. It's nice if we can get these sets. And yeah, we have a Gita, or some Gita kits, chanting back beads. Please do your quiz in order to get certificates. Yeah, you have any questions? Any comments? Ramnik Prabhu is not here? Left, huh? Anybody have any questions or comments? Otherwise, we can end here.
We miss Ramnik Prabhu.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking for him. Okay, Prabhu. Thank you very much.
Prabhu.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Prabhu.
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna.
Krishna, thank you, Prabhu.
See you tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah, okay. Bye.
Hare Krishna.